All right. I see that there are some people that already registered for the Making Agribusiness Work course. That's really nice to know. There's one person who's not familiar with the course, so hopefully after today's session, they will get a better idea on this. All right, and I also see a lot of people that feel super confident with the scholarship application, but they just need the final push. And there's a good amount of people that they have just started, but it's still confusing. Nice to know. There's not a single iCRA alumni. That's really interesting. So, yeah, okay, I will leave it there for 30 seconds more. Okay, all right. Nice. So I see people from Iraq, Egypt, Lebanon, Jordan, Egypt, Algeria. Really nice. I see a lot of people that they haven't participated yet in an iCRA course before. It's really interesting. And there's only one iCRA alumni. Um, and there are a lot of people that are planning to register for iCRA's Making Agribusiness Work course. And finally, yeah, there are people that feel super confident, but they, need the final push to submit their application. So let me just get started real quick and share my screen. I think you can all see my screen at the moment. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That's great. Well, yeah, if you are here, it probably means that you've got your eyes set on our 2026 Making Agribusiness Work course. And yeah, we couldn't be happier about this. And hopefully, yeah, this hour is all about making sure you feel ready and confident to complete your scholarship application. So let me introduce you real quick to iCRA. We are a non-profit organization dedicated to building trust within the agricultural sector. And what makes us different is our focus on people and relationships and not just technology or theory. Our mission is to empower professionals in agribusiness, agri-education, and research by providing trainings that emphasizes partnership building skills that nowadays are essential for a resilient and thriving sector. And last but not least, we offer a blend of virtual meetings, online learning environments, in-person trainings in various countries, workshops, and field visits to educational institutions and agribusiness. Since you are already here, it means you're familiar with our course, Making Agribusiness Work. And the good news is you're halfway there with the application. So you've already taken a big step by showing interest and registering. And what's left is completing your MSP application. And that's exactly what we are here to help you with. Just to refresh your memory, or for people who are not familiar at all with Making Agribusiness Work, yeah, this course is a practical, hands-on course designed for professionals, who want to create real impact in agri-food systems. This course is a 3-month blended program running from February to April 2026. It includes a 1-week intensive face-to-face training in the Netherlands and weekly online interactive sessions. So during the face-to-face training in the Netherlands, there are a lot of field visits here. There will be some direct feedback from professional trainers from iCRA and a lot more. Last but not least, you'll gain practical skills and the mindset to thrive as an agribusiness coach and facilitator. And through live sessions, individual and group assignments, personal mentorship, and feedback from our trainers, you'll acquire the tools to facilitate agribusiness partnerships and build trust-based, profitable relationships. For today's agenda, here's what we'll cover. We will get a better understanding about the MENA Scholarship Programme, and we'll delve into what MSP is and how it can support your educational journey. We will guide you through the application process, highlighting key steps and requirements. And finally, we'll address any questions or concerns you may have, ensuring you leave the session with a clear understanding of the path ahead. So feel free to write down any questions as we long ago, and we will make sure to address them during the Q&A at the end of this session. So yeah, I think that's all from me for now, and I will let Bianca to take the lead from here and walk us through what this scholarship is all about.
Okay, hello everybody. I am Bianca. I am the person that is in charge of all the registration process for the Making Agribusiness Work, and I'm the person that will support you in the process of applying to the MSP scholarship. First, I will explain a little bit what the MSP scholarship is. Can you click to the next
Yeah.
slide? So basically, the MSP scholarship is part of a program that is funded by the Dutch Ministry of Foreign Affairs and is managed by NOFIC. The goal of this program is to offer opportunities for knowledge exchange between the Netherlands and selected countries in the MENA regions. And from iCRA, they have selected our Making Agribusiness Work course as one of the eligible courses to participate in this program. Also, it is worth noting that this is the only scholarship round for the MSP that we're going to have for this year, and we never know when will be the last time that this is going to be available. So I will really encourage you that if you're interested in applying for this scholarship, that you would do so by this round. Now, the requirements, the eligibility criteria for the scholarship are set by NOFIC. This is not something that we have any input from iCRA. So basically, there are two main conditions that you need to have. One is your age. You need to be between 20 and 45 years of age to apply. And you need to be a national living and working in one of the eligible countries in the MENA region. And those are Algeria, Egypt, Iraq, Iran, Jordan, Lebanon, Libya, Mauritania, Morocco, Oman, or Tunisia. And you also need to have with your application a valid passport. Now, the process to apply for the scholarship is very simple. You basically are already halfway through, because most of you already know about the course and have already applied to it via the iCRA website. Now, your next step will be to prepare the documents that you need for the MSP scholarship and finally submitting your application. It is very important to know that until you submit your application on NOFIC's website, that's when your application is taken into account. That is the last step that you need to do to really apply for this scholarship. And you need to do that before the deadline, which is on May 20th, 2025 at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, East Central European time. Now, if we go next, I will explain to you what are the documents that you need. The most important document that you will need to create is the employer statement. When you apply for the iCRA course, I will send you an email confirming that we have received your application, and I send you a link for where you can download the template for this employer statement. Then, in order to complete it, you need to have it dated, signed, and stamped by your employer. And it's also important that it has your organization's letterhead on top. Along with that, you need to submit also a scanned copy of your passport that must be clear and readable. There are some countries who are also required to submit a government authority statement, which basically indicates that the government of that country supports your application for this program. Again, once you apply for the course in the iCRA's website, on the email that I send you, I always indicate if your country is one of those that needs to have a government statement. Now I'm going to share my screen so that I can show you some of that information. Just give me a moment. Okay, so if we go to in the email that I always send you, I always include a link to the NOFIC information page. And here is where you can find the individual information for each of your countries. So, for example, if you're coming from Algeria and you click on the Algeria link, you will see all the information that is important for applicants from Algeria. Here is where you will find the requirements, the priority areas, the employer statement, and if you are going to need a government statement as well. And here you can also download the form. I would also recommend that as far as the employer statement, if possible, download the one from the link that I send you through the email, because that one already has pre-filled all the details from our course. If you do it through this link here, you will need to fill out that information yourself. So it's easier if you do it through the ones that I sent you. Also, I wanted to show you briefly what a complete employer statement looks like. This is an example from a previous participant that was actually selected for the MSP scholarship. And you can see that on the top part, there is the the heading from the organization that she works for. All the details are complete. It is signed, it is a stamp, and it is dated. And she really did a good job in explaining what are her organization's mission statement and the activities that they engage with. Another important part from your application is what are the main activities of your organizations. Usually you have some options here, but if you don't find one that is applicable, you can also click mark other and specify what are the main activities of your organization. And it's also important to include a good explanation of what your current role is and how the program, our Making Agribusiness Work course, will help you in the complement the activities that you do within your organization. So here, as you can see, she did a really good work of explaining in a lot of detail what the program will contribute to her organization and to the development of her country in those areas. If we go back to the presentation, we can see that one of the most important key points that you can also highlight within your application and within the when you fill in the application in the Delta side is the priority areas for your country. Each country that is selected to participate in this program has specific priority areas. So it is important that in your application you connect the work that you're doing within your organization to these priority areas. And these are all different for each country. So for Algeria, you can see that these are the specific priority areas for this country, whereas, for example, for Iraq, you will see that they have completely different priorities and also different type of organizations that are preferable for in terms of this scholarship. So like I mentioned, I always send you this link on the email, on the first email that I send you after you have applied for the iCRA course, so you have all that information already. So I will really encourage you to read the information about your particular country, because that will help you prepare a good application for the scholarship. And then once you have all your information ready, you need to go to the NOFIX website. You also have this link on that email, and this is where you submit your application. You fill in the form with all your details for you, for your employer, your motivation, and here's where you upload also your documents. One thing is also important to know is that when you fill in this form and you submit your application, you cannot change anything. You cannot edit this form again. So you really need to have everything ready for when you do it, because you cannot save and come back to it. If you are missing anything, we will let you know. Once you submit this application, we receive a notification, so we know that your application is in the system. We will check it to make sure that you have included all the documents and that they are that they are clear and legible. And if there's anything missing, we will contact you, tell you what is missing, and give you. You have some time to forward those documents to us, and then we can upload that for you. Okay, that's why it's also important that you don't leave your application to the last days of the before the deadline, because then you are not going to have enough time to submit anything if you are missing something from your application. I don't know if I'm missing something. Maybe we can go back to the slides. I will stop sharing. Yes, so as I mentioned before, it's important to mention the focus area of your country, and you can find that on the website that I showed you before. And I think that's about it for the application process. Yeah, the deadline, like I mentioned before, is on May 20th. At 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Central European time. And the results will be announced in July.
All right, thank you. So I think that's the time for the Q&A, right?
Yes.
If someone has some questions, we are here to questions regarding both the Making Agribusiness Work course, but mainly the MSP, the MENA Support Program application. So feel free, just, you don't have to raise your hand on Zoom, just unmute and ask your question.
Hello,
Hi.
uh, I am from Oman, Marwa Al Hanai. I am from Sultanate of Oman. Actually, regarding to the registrations, there is for the employer statement. In that issue, uh, I would like to clarify that I am currently released from my official duties for 4 years to continue my PhD studies. So I am not actively working at my organization during this period. So it would be acceptable if for me to submit letter of support from the university where I am currently enrolled, along with an official endorsement from my academic supervisor approving my participation in your program. If it is possible.
Hi, Marwa. I remember that I received your question also by email.
Yeah.
I forward that question to Nafik because I'm really not sure if they will accept that instead of an employer statement from your organization. So I have asked the question. I still have not received a reply, but
Mhm.
when I hear back from them, I will send you that by email. But because I'm really not sure if that's a possibility.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. That's
You're
my question. Thank you.
welcome.
And I see we have another question in the chat from Sosan, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Does our degree in bachelor affect the application?
Uh, no, what's most important for the application is your current role within your organization, and as we mentioned before, how this course will help you in furthering the mission of your organization. So what is most important is your working experience. So your degree doesn't carry much weight for the application itself.
And I think adding to this question, there's another one from the same person. Do we need an experience in agriculture to apply? I only have NGOs experience for 5 years now in the humanitarian sector. So I guess the question is, do we need experience in the agriculture sector to apply?
I guess it depends what is the main area of activity of the NGO that you're working with. If they have any relation with agriculture or food security or anything that is related to the course, then that will make your application stronger.
Another question from Aya. Is it eligible for people who do not have a relevant background to apply or not?
Maybe you can unmute yourself and explain a little bit what you mean by a relevant background. Is that related to agriculture as well? Is Aya?
Yes, I mean related to the agriculture.
Well, like I mentioned during the presentation, the most important thing is to make the connection between the work that you're doing within your organization and the priority areas that are specific to your country, and how that relates to this course in particular. So if all those things align, then you have a good that makes your application stronger in terms of the selection process. I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah, I think
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and another question I see on in the chat is, how can I know if my country is on the list of countries that require a government authority statement?
But if you go to the wait a second, I will. So if you go to the NOFIX website, I will put that link in the chat, but like I mentioned, I always send that in my communications to you. It's the chat. Wait a second. So you have the link in the chat. There you will see all the list of the countries that are eligible. And if you click on the link of your country, you will see if you need also a government authority statement.
Okay, thank you. That's clear.
Another question regarding age. Does age matter to apply?
Yes, there is an age requirement for this scholarship, and you need to be between the ages of 20 to 45. If you don't meet that requirement, unfortunately, you are not eligible for the scholarship. And again, these are requirements that are set by NOFIC for this program. It is not from our organization, iCRA.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, this is Mohammed from Iraq. I have a follow-up question on the age, the eligibility. Does this mean that when we apply, should be between this range of age up to 45, or when the program or course starts? Because I will be 45 by end of this year. I don't know, does I will be eligible to apply for the scholarship or not in this case?
Yes, yes, because you need to be. This is the cutting date is when the scholarships are announced, like the results. I mean, so by July. So I think if you only turn 45 at the end of the year, then you are okay. You should be okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, there's another question in the chat. Can I register for 2 scholarships at the same time? Do you mean apply for 2 different courses for the same scholarship? Is that what you mean? Mm. Okay, so for iCRA, we only have 1 course that is eligible for this scholarship round, that is Making Agribusiness Work. So do you mean that you want to apply for Making Agribusiness Work for the MSP scholarship and for another course by a different institution then? Okay, so yes, you can do that. So what will happen is, if in the event that you were selected for both, which doesn't happen very often, I think that what UNOFIC does is that they take into account like only the first course that you apply to will be the one that will be the one that you will be actually selected. If you are actually picked for 2 courses, they only take the earlier application into account. You're welcome.
And I see another question from Hossein, saying that right now with their company, they work with agricultural inputs and they want to expand into agricultural production, and especially cereal and fodder crops. And yeah, this is part of a new plan to improve self-sufficiency. And the question is, can they join the program? And I'm not sure if I understand correctly, if that's a question regarding the Making Agribusiness Work course. So can you just please confirm that? Well, yes, you can definitely join the program. And yeah, the Making Agribusiness Work course is designed for professionals aspiring to contribute to local economic development and food security. And uh, yeah, it's pretty much for everybody. It's we have several blocks included, and some of the topics are how to become competitive through collaboration, how to build business relationships, how to facilitate effective stakeholder communication, and a lot more. So yeah, it's for everybody. You will gain the tools and skills to, facilitate agribusiness partnerships, and yeah, and there's also a face-to-face week included. Um, so yeah, that's it. And I can just share real quick a link to our website so you can see all you need about the course. I hope I answered your question a little bit. All right, great. Another question is an agricultural resort eligible as a business for this program?
I guess that in principle, yes, if it's related to agribusiness, in principle, yes. But again, it's like it depends on how strong is the connection between what you learn in the course with what your organization does, and the priority areas that are specific to the country where you are based in. So if there's a good connection, then that will make a strong application. Yes, you can.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Yahya Sami from Iraq. I'm an engineer, and I'm the one with the agricultural resort business idea. It's not actually an idea. It's developed with there's a full set of feasibility studies and a business canvas model and everything in place. I have a plan, and I'm looking for potential sponsors currently. I have been doing so over the past few months. Anyhow, so I wanted to know, it's an agricultural resort within the vicinity or outskirts of Baghdad, which solves a problem of tourism, providing a natural place for tourism for locals and also internationals within the vicinity of Baghdad. Baghdad is turning into a concrete block, and there are no green areas. And this resort solves this problem specifically, and it includes nature walks, plantation and harvesting of rare crops, and also there's a line for animal production. So yeah, it is related, but the main core of the idea that it is an agricultural resort. There might be horseback riding activities in the future. So, but it depends on the growth and the expansion of the business. So I wanted to know if this is such a kind of business is eligible for the program or not. I can share all the set of documents I have with you if this is necessary to take a look before I complete the application. And this is question one. Question two is about the MSP scholarship. So I'm from Iraq. I'm within the eligible age range. However, I don't know if this session is specifically talking about the MSP scholarship or it's only about the iCRA program. Thank you.
Well, yeah, this session is about how to complete the application for the MSP scholarship for this particular iCRA course. And that's and that's how the support that we give you also as well is within for this program. If you're interested in other programs, then you have to get in touch with the relevant organizations that impart the course. But from what you're saying, it looks like, yes, it could be relevant what your organization does in terms of agricultural development. But in any case, I will also encourage you to go to the NAFIC website where you see the information about what are the specific requirements for Iraq, and you will see there more information about what are the specific priority areas for your country, and also they give preference to certain type of organizations. So if the one that you're working with meets those requirements, then yes, you will have a strong application.
And I can jump in, and maybe it's a bit confusing, but as Bianca said, we're now actually explaining how the MSP application process works for iCRA's Making Agribusiness Work course 2026 edition. But the eligibility criteria, as we already presented them, is only for the MSP scholarships. For the Making Agribusiness Work course, there's no eligibility criteria at all. So whether you're an agribusiness coach or whether you're an agribusiness professional in general or an advisor or an agri-food professional, you can just participate for this course. There's no age requirement, and yeah, you just have to be willing and ambitious, and able to invest 6 to 8 hours per week. So yeah, there are two separate things. So for the MSP, there are some requirement criteria, but they're organized by NAFIC. And for the Making Agribusiness Work course, we have no criteria. It's open for everyone who's interested.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, Maya. Yeah, thank you so much for explaining that. This is fully like understood and very clear, crystal clear. But like when like all the criteria, selection criteria applies to the MSP scholarship rather than like the iCRA program. I understand that. But if we did not go through the MSP scholarship, then we will have to pay for attending the program, right?
That's correct.
Yes, crystal clear. One last thing is the fact that I work as a freelance consultant in monitoring and evaluation over the course of like the past 4 years. So I don't have like an affiliation, or like I'm not under a full-time or part-time employment with any entity. I have a direct association with, for example, the Iraqi Engineers Union, but I work with them as a volunteer trainer. So does that count, like in terms of like referring to the entity and or to the organization, like referring back to what Bianca was saying a few minutes ago? So
Yes, you will need for the employer statement someone either from that organization or from another client or a board of a director, somebody that you're working with to prepare that employer statement for you.
clear. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Another question I see from a while ago, I will be 45 by June. Can I apply Making Agribusiness Work course? Yes, there's no requirement, as I already explained, for the Making Agribusiness Work course. So yeah, you can apply for sure. Another question, is it essential to have the organization's head approval, or is my direct superior's approval enough?
Your direct superior is enough.
And last question I see in the chat at the moment, is it eligible to apply if I'm currently unemployed?
No, unfortunately not, because then you cannot submit an employer statement, and that is like a key requirement for the application.
Well, hopefully, I think yes, we can definitely do that. Yeah, we can definitely share the screen recording. And
that, and also we are always checking to see who has completed their application in Delta. So if in the next few days we don't see that you have completed the application, we will send you a follow-up. And yeah, you can always reach out to me at my email registration@icra.global. And I'm always there available to answer any questions that you may have. I will put that in the chat.
yeah, and let me just share my screen real quick to navigate you through our website. So let me just do this one. So hopefully you can see my screen right now.
Yeah.
Well, if you go to iCRA courses, you can find all the information regarding the Making Agribusiness Work course right here. And if you need more information regarding the MSP application, you just have to click on the FAQ here at the top, where you can see a bunch of topics here, and we have a good amount of questions regarding the scholarships. So yeah, we have links there. You can click on that. You can check the eligibility criteria yourself, and yeah, that's also good to know in these circumstances that there's this page on our website that you can always visit and draw information from. Yes, and I see another question. I had a scholarship 2 years ago with OKP. Can I apply with MSP now?
Yes, you can apply as well.
All right. And I think we can wrap it up if there are no other questions for now. Is there a question? Well, yes, I don't see. Is Nigeria eligible?
No, unfortunately not. For this program, is only selected countries in the MENA region. As mentioned before, these are requirements that are completely out of iCRA's control. They are set by the organization that is managing this fund.
Yeah. Yeah, and for more questions, don't hesitate to visit our website or get in contact with Bianca or with the communication form through our website. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us today, and we really hope that we help you clarify your next steps when it comes to the MSP application process, and we'd love to keep a connection with you all beyond today, and you can follow us on social media to stay updated on our courses, on our tips, on our expert bites, and upcoming expert talks, the success stories, and a lot more. And you can find us on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and on YouTube. And I strongly suggest that you subscribe to our newsletter because we immediately share scholarship opportunities or opportunities like today's webinar to get you to help you through the whole application process. So yeah, let's stay in touch and hopefully see you next year during Making Agribusiness Work course. So thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice day.
Have a nice day.